Welcome to the David Pro channel. Support us with like, prove your presence with your wonderful comment, and do not forget to activate the bell to receive new and exclusive news for you only and you first. Transit worker opens fire at California rail yard, killing 9 and 9 people have died after a public transit employee opened fire on coworkers at a Northern California rail yard on Wednesday, authorities said. The shooter took his own life. Calls of shots fired came about 6:34 a.m. Pacific Time near 100 W. Younger Avenue in downtown San Jose, drawing a large law enforcement response, the Santa Clara County Sheriff's Office said. The shooter was identified as Samuel Cassidy, an employee of the Santa Clara Valley Transportation Authority, VTA, law enforcement sources said. He shot and killed himself at the scene, officials said. 9 people were killed, not including the shooter, officials said. One person had been wounded and was listed in critical condition but died later on Wednesday, the County of Santa Clara said in a statement. The victims were identified Wednesday by the medical examiner coroner as Paul de la Cruz Mejia, 42, Tapte Deep Singh, 36, Adrian Beleza, 29, Jose de Jesus Hernandez 3, 35, Timothy Michael Romo, 49, Michael Joseph Rudametkin 40, Abdulvahab Alagmandan, 63, and Lars Kepler Lane, 63. Alex Ward Fritsch, 49, was the 9th victim who died Wednesday evening. Santa Clara County Sheriff Lori Smith said Wednesday morning that the dead were found in 2 buildings, leading investigators to believe that Cassidy went from building to building. He had 2 semi-automatic handguns and 11 loaded magazines, according to the sheriff. Investigators are looking into whether Cassidy targeted specific coworkers, but they do know he was very deliberate, very fast. He knew where employees would be, Smith said. A motive is still unclear. What in the world could prompt someone to take this kind of action? We don't know at this point, Smith said. The early morning attack came at a particularly busy time at the transit hub as overnight workers overlap with, and passed off their duties to, colleagues checking in for early morning shifts. Smith said her deputies and San Jose police officers arrived quickly after the initial 911 calls. I know for sure that when the suspect knew that law enforcement was there, he took his own life, Smith said. The deputy sheriffs, the officers from San Jose PD ran into the building when shots were being fired and I know that it saved many lives. Citing an active shooter, deputies told the public at 7:12 a.m. Pacific Time to steer clear of the neighborhood, about 50 miles south of downtown San Francisco. This is a horrific day for our city, and it is a tragic day for the VTA family, and our heart pains for the families and the coworkers because we know so many are feeling deeply this loss of their loved ones and their friends, San Jose Mayor Sam Liccardo said. Investigators found several possible suspicious devices on VTA property, the sheriff's office said in a statement. The bomb squad, FBI and ATF responded to the scene. Smith revealed Wednesday that materials for bombs, precursors to an explosive, were located in what investigators believe was Cassidy's locker. Cassidy is believed to be the only shooter involved, according to officials. Public safety is assured at this point, Sheriff's Deputy Russell Davis said. About the same time gunfire erupted at the VTA yard, San Jose firefighters rushed to a home about 10 miles away near 1100 Angmar Court that was engulfed by flames, officials said. That home was Cassidy's, law enforcement sources said. Authorities believe there was ammunition inside the home and firefighters smelled an accelerant when they arrived, sources said. Investigators are working on a theory that Cassidy planted an explosive in the home to go off around the same time as the shooting, Smith said Wednesday. The Younger Avenue address is a light rail yard of the VTA, which provides bus, rail and shuttle services to the booming Bay Area suburb and technology hub. Davis called the shooting scene a VTA control center, which is a hub that stores multiple VTA trains and a maintenance yard as well. The shooting happened on the VTA light rail yard, but it did not happen in the Operations Control Center, VTA Board Chairman Glenn Hendricks said. Hendricks added he was proud of transit workers who stayed on the job and kept moving commuters in the face of Wednesday's violence. A horrible tragedy has happened today, Hendricks said. I could not be more proud of the BTA organization. As I drove here, I saw BTA buses out on the road. The suspect was described as a substation maintainer, law enforcement sources said. And state public employee records showed a BTA employee named Samuel Cassidy, with that position, who made $114,426.17 in 2019 wages, the last data available. Support us with like, prove your presence with your wonderful comment, and do not forget to activate the bell to receive new and exclusive news for you only and you first.